A wonderful Monday morning, 28th of April 2025. And a blissful Monday morning live here at 2 TV, indeed beyond the limit. Once again, we should be thankful and grateful to Lord Almighty for giving us another wonderful week. And a Joe Ada Ajoa and Chesekojo. Mamunyina action say motiu any here na 2 TV the dialogue jumedie eso any midi ede owo hene entwi buisi akwera seda kese ena emma oboroboroba de twedi ampo onyankropon ototrobo nso tete kwafre mo se ade yo ehuntehu ehu bobrim okofre bo tete botan no nadom and in humobronti. We are back on your screen and grateful to the entire production crew. Teacher Kweku entry busia kwa busia penny ba kope na daroma na chese dwumadi nyina na otwe twam na chese wotna eye apas kese so na odi nkomo nyina ade abro anopa yeda ososo hentwedi ampona se wa mai hoden foforo na etimi asanso ehyiemu ewo ahase those that were able to call to find out yeda mase papa for such a wonderful odo amo demonstrating na ene ensem ho aye ba bedi eho enkomo yehye na otwe for ase a de ekoso o my Ghana mu ene dia onte no ebi nso a wani atwa bibi so we are here to digest and go deeper into stories in the political arena in our dispensation yewomu sabri na ehuse na nyoma eko galamsey is still pending. There's going to be a massive demonstration Okatachi Afrifa as a broadcast journalist or leader anymore now the MPP as a political party led by the 2024 presidential candidate, the former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and the Honorable Kennedy Agyapong Agyapong and other contestants are omuka na omukosa contest within the year 2024. Omuna Eba Pro as thank you to as it stands now omo Western North region. The na ekoso the na efri ho eba ebedi san komo no nyina ene edadwo dey to be part of today's discussion. This is Ghana's biggest and most highly respected political, social and current affairs talk show live here at 2 TV, indeed beyond the limit. So this is Ghana's finest and biggest breakfast in the capital city Accra. 28 Oforisio Bosome Ayumu Neda Etoso Eduno and Watche Ghana nyina kofi midi the owo hene and fibuisi. Let's start the day. Yemfa in some way who say, don't be speaking negatively about yourself. Do not speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. And for one can somebody and somebody and for abrabo. Do not speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Also, your body doesn't know the difference. Words are energy, and they are out. They cast spells. So change the way. I just want to take the last paragraph. Change the way you speak about yourself, and you can change your life. Change the way you speak about your own self. Kasam papa. Our brabo. Now the only one no be kafa wa hono eno na bebam. Stop speaking negative about your own self. Jasa odi wa no kasem bone fa ho me de me nye yo. Abusuan kontonchi a me firi mu. Ene asantefo ne akanfo. Mpanin nsem ne nsem akese. Ohe abusuan me firi mu ya. Ohe edan me ti me de ha ya yade abomi. Yade we ya ne bekumi o. It is not good to speak or use such words on your own self or about your own self. It's bad. Speak positive about yourself. I'll succeed in life. I'll progress in life. I'll move forward in life with the grace of God. Onyankopon adumti. Onyankopon darumenti. Meyeyi. Eradinti mekomenim. Eradinti metumpon. Eradinti metukwan. Eradinti school metimi awi. Do not speak negative about yourself, because words are powerful. Words are energy. Hey, inti awari ebe for no kasem papa. Oka se enye ya ampa. We have spirits of negativities, and we have spirits of positivities. You are huma and sempa enomodenam, and you are huma and sembone enomonam. The only one no bekano, whether it is positive or negative. These two spirits, one will take it. Say, Kanto Abraboso, this morning, I want to encourage you, say, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, I'll succeed or progress in life. I'll be blessed. Stop speaking evil about your own self. I want to encourage you. Today is Monday, 28th of April. The resurrection of our beloved Jesus Christ. Ni wuo ene ne sorry enti. Kasampa. Efa ho say. Abrabɔ no emu aye den die. Nanso Yewurade Yesu Kristo for gidi say wawu asori nti. Say mabrabɔ no ewu mpa Yesu asori nti enkwa bebem. Enka bone fa ho o ka bone fa ho abone ne bebem. Ena o ka papa fa ho a papa nso ene bebem. Efutuo kakra no pay medicine o twe aseni. Kasem papa fa wabrabɔ ho. Yinkubu adwen free wankasa wabrabɔ so. Ne de tie biara se de dumtuni kan no ubedi nkunim. Bidi de owo ahene atwibu siakwe enene ye de chase on the dialogue show so the 2TV enedwade yi na megire se ensema dapono so ene de ekoso nyina ya boni nyina tofa ya de bro anopa. It's time for sports over the weekends. Korea Santi Kotoko are bouncing back after Karim Zito was given the chance omeye head coach Emma Asante Kotoko and afi EPL and Champions League na sefo nyina Kofi Amponsa Osia Hene Ayakrado out the Munsemba. Last week, me win the champion. Last week Thursday was your birthday or so. Mommy, happy birthday, belated ones. And come on, belated one. And come on. Nyame emma ho den kese pa. Na oma wonyini nche. Na no free abrochi baba hayi hu. So wonyini che pa. Na omo ho ban emma me. Why? Me dey say bibia kama. Kofi Amponsa Ayakrado or the ball bomu any agudi munsem nyina bro na ye be NPP for turn no more kono ye be kompane ye be Ira Ken or Agyapong and Ira Dr. Mahmoud Baumia mpanimfo mienu yi a chese omu na front liners cause omu mienu ne di akotene pa our MPP must as it stands now whether you like it or not omu mienu and a was support base no Akompreko and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. They are all osnoma. They are all osnoma. So that's why I've been telling you, say, make Kofi Owahene. Nobody can influence me to speak against any of them. You dare not. You can't tell me, say, Abidina TV so no pay. Say, no pay, but did in penny for them. And penny for the name was saying off. No. Omonam no mudi bom no. What a Kashia by a person. Edidi will be at them. Koso. Platformer Ekoso are one of our reporters, Edia Probonachi. And me, there's no way. I was trained to respect the elderly. It is not because of politics or journalism being Pebi Okruma and and I work for Kencity. So nobody, nobody can, not even the general manager, say Bididi, we want him. No, but you can't tell me, you dare not. Me, you dare not. So what frame you no pa? Or why no bet TV so did the other side that I will never do that. And then I'll stop the work and go. Because I respect any person be a mission. Like I'll quit and go. Because I respect myself, I love myself. I feel I remember war. No could do be at now be to your boat team say queen. Because I'm penning for you now. Omuachita for no more than Western North region. Here can ya papa, papa, no be a do be. He will not advise me to do that. He will not advise me say, hey, so I no pay, far phone. He will not. Until you will be out in a chair, you dare not to tell me to do that. You dare. Because the only thing you can tell me say, oh, then I'll go. Because I respect the elder. Me person me need check because who did penny atema and no man and a babaso. Maybe I'm free me kwawa. Maybe my papa. Me ni eja now back shem kutupa because of dirty politics and in your matter 10 year mumu penny be Ghana ha. Any penny be yamo be 2,000 cities. Yamo be 100 Ghana cities. Yamo be 500 Ghana cities. Say did penny for them. You dare not. I am a member of Resurrection Power New Generation. Oh, sorry, I sorry, any been a meko. Reverend Dr. Anthony Kojobuachi. He trained me and advised me. Until me catch Chita for supporters. Who fear no be a new message or why nobody say you me ultimate. And no message no me read. If you have my number, advise me, Papa. Positive advice. Hey, no so. Oh, why any say? Any say because party the penkabum. MPP for no penkabum. And no tin and kabum tin no monamano. And to what you say, you obey say, and what would you because look at Abaya or to you ought to know free SHS and Abay, obviously the free sanitary pad. Just do this comparative analysis and sit down yourself and mark. Obi the free SHS aba, obviously the free sanitary pad aba. I mean, sanitary pad and member in a chichi momo. Obama or MSS. Oh, Obama or MSS that. By a teacher sanitary pad, maybe I'm a member. That is NDC for you. The party within 4 months were fairly party or back Ghana who say development because it's MPP. And if I before the two baby, because I'm penning for me, you know, almost spending almost a campaign, but they are working together, they are, campaigning together, touring together to thank the grassroots. To your party, but advise yourself. This is not the first time makers ask me. There be a maker. I am not afraid of any power. I mean, me say nobody, no in this house, and it will happen. To tell me, say, "I me minimum yanzo." My sorry free and open me biara homachia baha. Na me bere me djuma say, "Oba ya ustatia ke kawadwe di dimpenim for them." You dare not to tell me this. Me ko fi o wa here. Ensi. Hey, over 70 nkwa na so. E ma be 30 de ho ma yase no enka. Me ba wo. Ya me shira me na me sika. Ye wa kan say 22 esua. Metra no, me set a record. Na party politics inti. And the social media 10 inti. We di dimpenim for them. Ko for di dimpenim for them. Obia mu obia ogana. When you man be on church or social media, all in the name of politics. Ni pada udi na tem no say o fa no pa. O papa no anka ope. Ye raken. Obi a ye dwuma wa bia ye papa no by biologically by blood there. Ne wo la wire to no ye nka ho. It's a fact. Papa Japade yi ye radio station na 2 yi. Sabi we na odawa me di o. Me di nim Kenneth mo na beba. Boss and man ba ye I wanna bon say yes. Agyapong be any madia. But na daroma we be adwuma menya bi di. Otua me kaboso me. They have to respect him. And to the donor, this is the time to go down on your knees and pray for him. Candidate open as a bompaye emano. Say, me bompaye said this candidate will lead the party, not to insult and attack. The insulting and attack does not add up to vote. Because about on to be delegate in a quacocho. To teach you the diatema, who did yet Erade said delegate for not drink Koseya, what the Mr. Mama dream say, Mammy, Erade Mr. Iraken, Mempire no. Who candidate in Bompire man, not to be attacking the opponent because of winning or snowma. It's time for sports. Kofi Amposai ready into the Mamin Comra. As a soldier do. Me kwaba ze Kofi di jane beto aso agudi musem wi a ma besom na ma de papa na bom nti yen konkoti agudi musem mra
Yes, I'm out kwaba aha net 2 TV ebraso the akoso world of sports and ebraso say no share Femi Kofi Amponsa Osia hene ye live on Facebook ye live on YouTube ni nyina no net 2 TV GH now a part of the show and a pay me die na the akoso ewo Ghana Olympic Committee weekend elective congress electing new president obelidi Ghana Olympic Committee, CAF, and so echo executive committee meeting on Kraha, and I'm so Emma GFA president Uraket Okaku, ye nimana second vice Edema CAF Ekuno. We can do big games say appear globally. Barcelona ebini Copa del Rey title no. Liverpool adjoining Manchester United ebini EPL title no. On 20 occasions. When you pay and pay, you know what I say sports. I want net 2 TV the dialogue. So once again, from Kofi Amponsa Osiane, Yesho Imra na yemetwaso. GOC elections and na ekoso on your screen. So the production they just leave in man back na how ananiema ekoso wo Accra International Conference Center. So now we know a Ghana Olympic Committee or more elective congress no and na ekoso wo enkra ora Ben Asante doctor in charge as Hockey Federation president. Also contested for a board member position, but say when to me and but se we say ne better luck next time into my next picture na yin how na ma so screen now ye ura Ben Asante penipa no na ye Hockey Federation ano na just also contest but when to me and position no lawyer Prosper Harris Nado and so a GFA General Secretary also contest for board member position no at the Congress for GOC. Na nyade ono so etumi ebi ni on screen no a lawyer Prosper Harris Nado GFA General Secretary ono so contest for a board member position but ono so entumi ewini ne contest no on that day. Na yehwe Minister for Youth and Sport, Ura Idi Adams, Monet, former president, Ura Benunu Mensa. After say we Congress be Biano, and I won't on your screen now. We say, na omo eden sa to sayemu, mama yatom sabano, obo abaso se metumi ewini this contest. The next, and as a new president, Emma GOC. Ura Richard Apokavi Esquire. I will be taken over from Ura Benunu Mensah as the new president of the Ghana Olympic Committee. Now, a penny, which Mr. Obon, what the papa. Now, a vice president, Emma Ghana Hockey Federation between 2006 and 2014. Or be president, Emma Ghana Hockey Association between 2014 and 2018. Or be a member, International Hockey Federation rules no come home as board member between 2010 and 2012 and also a member FIH Development and Coaching Committee 2004 to 2012 and the new president at the GOC and our screen Richard Apokavi everyone abaso na ya some all the best say you media is so many sono between akwi Ediama. Now, yes, Conference of African Football President, Ura Dr. Patrice Musepi, weekendi now Ghana, Oko Ghana man penny ho, Ura John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, Commodity about how to develop football in the country. That is a year Dr. Patrice Motsepe and Ura Ket Yes Okraku, Ura Mahama, and also the General Secretary Makaf, Musungu, and I'm who on screen now to say no more the presidency at the Jubilee House and commodity know about how between Bois na football to me acronym a continent na so. Share this video Ura Patrice Motsepe bedu Ghana ha in Shahodwa to Akoso from the presidency to executive committee meeting to CAF press conference to a year wrap up a year U15 boys and girls African school football championship no share how a name so as far as presidents now or year penipa over Buana Yagra Koso or Ghana Hasi. The CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, and I want to say Ghana ha and Nema Echoes. So we can be a Kencity Hotel or and a CAF conduct a executive committee press conference. Into your reporter now one. Ne was say make up pass through na BBI fine. Was a human de ya what I say. CAF human so de ya che. Tina was say, make up pass it through now, be fine. That is your number one and the finest reporter. Jumadine pa near yeno, and ye jumaketua. Intina say, a nema a course weekendy a war, a year Ghana hasi. At the press meeting, no, and a CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, making this important announcement say Ura Curtis Okraku ye nemono as second vice president at the Confederation of African Football. NTNT Dr. Patrice Motsepe abra now announce say Ura Curtis Okraku abe the second vice president at the MACAF.
We are so proud that when I arrived here, Ghana didn't have a vice president. When I'm leaving here, Ghana has a second vice president. Our brother Kurt is president. He's the second vice president of KEF. And the first vice president of KEF has really done excellent work over many years and is reflecting the team commitment, and we are so proud that, when I arrived.
So that is good news, said Ghana football. Now, after that announcement, Yenti Ura Curtis Okraku, President Emma Gife, now, or ye second vice president at the MACAF.
But on a more serious note, I think that the leadership and the President Motsepe has over time already demonstrated that he's an all-inclusive leader, he's an all-engaging leader, and he's been working closely with the leadership, the then leadership, and he's prepared to work with the current leadership to ensure that everybody within the 54 African nations are truly taken care of in respect of representation, in respect of decision making. Thank you. But on a more serious note, I think that the leadership.
That is the new CAF second vice president, Mr. E.S. Okraku, and Yehuno, what we say, also I get to say, Jumano, Jumadene obeye or the asida mo be or the support at the time that say to me I been this important position as far as football or CAF and the continent of Africa concern now yes switch to Lagos on Sunset Hall and your ball U15 boys and girls African schools championship by the way no emano na our own yemano omo bobo apa omo time win the ultimate title no after some record 2-0 win over Uganda. Enti yen amano na wo your screen so ye bo apa. These are young girls between 11, 12, 13, 15 years. And to me, we need that important title. Now, just say His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, and now all handle title no. Edema Yinia Emano and see so between Luri Niam I'll be very happy. Right. So on screen now President John Dramani Mahama together with Dr. Patrice Mosepi, CAF President, and the other colleagues are presenting the trophy no Edema Yinia Man say in the pa and na Yinia ba Jennifer Auku. And so, any one of us pass it. Tournament, of course, you know, no, and only one bopa. You know about just say the legendary 7 tornado appear. Also representing an award no dema. You know about Kuma Crash say. Then tournament, of course, you know more bopa. Catch us say Ghana the talent they will be brave. The about say, you want about to say, almost you be take part ewo pitches when ko akre kwaso a ye bo ye nuama ni nyina abaso ene anapay now yen switch to Ghana Premier League games ebaso na twa ewie enti results eba happen eni Kwabia Asante Kotoko enra Kumase recordo 1-0 win over Diana Stars Vision FC Eshebienu go Stars mienu wentimante Karela elusu 2-1 against Dreams FC. And a Kobase, Brekum Chelsea, recorded 1-0 win over Nations FC. Samatis, Enya win over Basekoli Stars by 3-0. Lagos City elusu 1 against Heart of Lions. Hasselfolk, Amogi, Yawaduamo 3 points, 3 goals because of Instructorman. I withdraw from the Ghana Premier League. Now, you share the latest GPL league standings. So now, so we begin to go SARS LED with 53 points. Nations FC, Tosumino, 51 points. Miense Heart of Lions, 50 points. And 9 Asante Kotoko, 50 points. We know when you are Bresa League on Besomochi. Yefen Usiwa, na Yekwenim, a war, the Ecoso. A world of sports. Now let's switch it to Spain. Naturally, a big game. Copa del Rey final happening between FC Barcelona and Real Madrid. Matching by the way, no, na Madrid elusu by 3-2. Yen share kwanya na mo presented trophy de ma Barcelona players no. Some of you Jumadene pa win the title no na we Spain na yemetwaso.
Well, it's going to be Marc-Andre Ter Stegen and Ronald Araujo. Everybody's waiting for that moment. And there it is, Football Club Barcelona. The winners of the 2025 Copa del Rey after a 3-2 win against Real Madrid. An absolutely incredible game which swung and twisted one way, then another. Looked set for penalties. Jules Koundé in the 116th minute scored. Well, it's going to be Marc-Andre Ter Stegen and...
So Barcelona and win this year Copa del Rey after so many win over Madrid by 3-2. Now you enjoy Barcelona for or more dressing room after set or magic title no. yen hwa our players no more enjoy our dressing room. Right, so that is FC Barcelona for you. Now, back to England. Weekend day, Arsenal now so this is Anfield. Liverpool, I record 5-1 victory over Tottenham Hotspur. Abometuan left say EPL title number 20 now. On my journey, Manchester United with the same class as Clarsa on my title drop in the EPL 20 times. Until more Liputin about to say weekend the omubo over man so title no omu every day until Liverpool way back in 190001 and I will lift on time 1 1905-06 title number 2 1921-22 season title number 3 1922-23 season title number 4 46 we need title 63 we need title 66. We need title 73. We need title 76, 77, 79, 80, 82, 83, 84, 86, 88, 90, 2019, 2020, and now 2024, 2025 season. And I'm Swama Lipu. I beg you title number 20 and they are moving to more trendy patchna. Memao exclusive videos pa just say you love it. A channel pa share. Yeah, wrap up with the NBA. LeBron James always be and making sure say ni din ebe part of Oma or more year Jumano ewo US into LeBron James. All-time leaders, NBA playoffs, doubles. About us on that list no. With 144. Number 1 Alice no a 164. Number 2 a Magic Johnson 157. Then number 3 LeBron James 144. Into winning our name air so ewo the NBA. And I pay you be see ya. Near that's so ye part of the show. From me Kofi Amponsa usia hene. Yechamra dialogue to asmachi.
Kofi Amponsa Osia Hene Ede Agudemunsem Asome on the 2TV's Dialogue Monday's episode 28th of April 2025 and da a friend a Juada Monday's edition me did owo Hene and Chibu Isiakona and Chibi Henimu say in about the entertainment tidbit ebeson on Dialogue show ebere Ira Ken or Hene Agyapong the general manager Edia Probonachi, your reporter Nana Kwesiam Pofo, Edia Probonachi, as it stands now, we move from Western North region, Eko, a year, go so, Kukumu, a half region, and I say for mo Eko Abapro. Now, Adeba come and ya Probo we huni. Obia Kasa, you reckon, I don't know whether say almost serializing the air. On the next time, he always speak on behalf of the party. Now, Wajina party no penny for name, no apacho. Say, Asemba Kwa. They be call any reporter no another question for na yakwakuti because Bakwa okan wa sempa say party ni pe police amane ba na agene bribe ni no mafum to mpacho. And it is true. Party ni awa bre MPP on ba pe police ni akọ. Bo say yes slot no constituency secretary or say for 10,000 Ghana bra. Tiano no gina ono Dr. Baumia Kasa JFK Kasa, we don't know about or Kasa. In fact, no more ya than effort. No more no. Say ya no more be no mako to abana sumudwemu no obedi nkunimu no bedi ni asumudwemu abeboa. Na kataso mu aso ne bem. Na sisi ni bem a ho na bufo ne dai eba. Into more dase whether they omu wini o anoma wini o omu dase. And it is in the perfect direction. Perfect way. Do moyen pa enti ye general manager odia probonachi ono na kasama for the ma campaign team no Iraken enti spokesperson for the campaign team lawyer Amodate edi campaign achi turn achi nana kwasiampo for as a reporter and so edi achiri ti ye ko anim no ye be ko mu nchen na enu makwa kasa. But on this galamsey issue, I say some hypocrisy be yaba. Galamsey, who aye. Justice, yeah, way back, there be Fabakono Tuso. About Fabakono Tuso, first one. Fabakono Tuso. Now, bishops, no, I did be omoye mentias because way back last year, me to one say no. Asemoyi galamsey asemno entim kodai. Her story that's we. The Catholic Church is said to protest against galamsey and petition President Akufo-Addo on October 11. Bishops yomu ye demonstration mo refi. Roma sofui and omu pope wunso omu ayi but me ose me ka wasam. Who ayi mo uni ayi mo ebeka. That was last year, October 11. And also, omuye demonstration against say yes you say intimam penny ye bibi fa ho organized labor for the omujim Catholics are sorry no aso for one for bishop for Roman father for omo ne gina ho no. Now, let's look at the state of our water bodies, some of our rivers. That is the issue of galamsey. The state of the Tano River, Bono East region. Galamsey is destructive. It must end now. This is the state of Tano River. As a result of illegal mining, what should we do as a country? This advocacy is very important. That's why every day, I've been speaking about this. Because at the end of the day, the chemical components that are used by the illegal miners will at the end of the day affect your health. The machines that they are using in our water bodies or rivers, at the end of the day, it is going to affect your health. We don't need to sit down unconcerned. And we shouldn't be politicizing this issue of galamsey. It must end now. Most of the people around the mining area are vulnerables. You see, the sad aspect of this is that the marginalized communities, the areas at which people are poor, and omukotu afamogudi, omututu go dia essay, destroy all the lands there without reclaiming the land. So that was the state of Tano River. Look at the state, look at look at the water, the rivers. And you are a citizen of this country, you are sitting down unconcerned without speaking against this. There's going to be a demonstration, a protest against this. So I am asking the civil society organizations, the religious bodies, some of them, where are they now? Why are they mute? Why are they not talking? Why are they not preaching the same words that they were using way back in 2024? Now we are in 2025. From the beginning of the year, January to April, this is the current state of Tano River. The current state of our water bodies. This is not, something that a photo shoot or not. The current pictures. Do we need to sit down unconcerned about this matter? Galamsey, illegal mining. Ghanaians, Ghana phone and Bibrina, most of them, yare, kidney, yare, liver, yare, ekumu mosa. Because of the chemicals, we go consume. Now when you put that any atechepa or mother consume ateche. Look at the machines or we go consume any atechepa consume. A country of 31 million population. A country of 31 million population. And out of the 31, 4 million of this population are battling with their health as a result of kidney and liver related issues. All because of illegal mining in our water bodies or river bodies. So if people are destroying the water bodies and you do politics out of it, the question is, insurance say, do we have NDC's river or water and MPP's water? No. This is very sad. I am very sad. The state of Tano, the Tano River, Bono East region, the state of the Tano River, Bono East region, we must end galamsey now. We shouldn't do politics of it. The people that were, bastardizing the government way back, where are they? Where are those people? Where are they? The opinion leaders, the religious bodies. So this was way back October 11, 2024. The Catholic Church is set to protest against galamsey and petition the President Akufo-Addo on galamsey issue. It was in the right order. I'm not saying what they did was wrong. It was good for the Catholic Church people to do that. But why are they not doing it again? I didn't say Omako Manu to me. This is the dialogue show. This is the dialogue show. Net2 TV, live here in our studios from Accra, the capital city of Ghana. So be part of the discussion. We need to set up in a collective effort to fight against this canker. This is a national issue. Galamsey fight is a national issue. What do we need to do? We need to educate the people. We need to meet the opinion leaders, the custodians of our lands, the chiefs, the people doing the illegal mining, the assembly members. Some are taking bribe. Without talking about this, do we need to sit down unconcerned? Ghana is one country and we need to speak against this galamsey canker. So, are you ready? Sabato and so Awaha. And Yako anymore. I catch you say, Yabako, a pro bono, and a bit this uncle. Nkomo nsema dawa na ne ba be kan nsem bia ne obi o. Chief Justice asem no e da so pende. They are suspending no. Me was a Ghana Bar Association for akasa. Ekuku a lawyer for bibiri akasa. Ade ba ko esi Chief Justice ye dey boni ti so one ne betu kwan. One ne betu kwan, the man sika tu kwan. Na Speaker of Parliament o tu kwan one ne yire efa ni nkuku oni na yi nyina koi. Empenifo kroma no mu tu kwan a ebi kura akode o mo girlfriend ko. Yeti kroma yeti. Enti umbo ni party tri so say or the back and how you saw my sika at the 2 quantity. May suspending and I Chief Justice. I mean, where I am, where I am, where I am. On my yadi woman free abba. Na kwabdane so chiche sanitary pad. Me say e me mani omo sanitary pad no. Omo ye menses ana. Asem we. Se be ma ye me nya menses da. Me mu mensa. Obi the free SHS aba. Obi so the free sanitary pad. Ye chiche sanitary pad mi mama emema. Mamu jejeje. Abuja penny is ready. Ti emana kwa aba na. Yemfa the bonkra temonsem. Teacher kwentwi bosi ako. Nsema wade nam. Ana wadaruma akra mumu asenchia. Penny ye de. We need to be a no say they need man penny for man amakai say who sa hohura
penny for did
penny for
okay
but only penny so did no when now we nam kase ti bo pampam
say penny na be chere say na
say do be a okaya only penny did otimi tinam na bi to say we o dia fa onim na o trespass ko halia aso be shi sabato what to say
Pacho me ho ye na so
boko nsem na ko say adwo
aso just for ya so akogu ho na nya asem
keto boko ho
a
wow weekend no ko say
ekoyi kwa
omo say Thursday is your holiday any holiday no
Labour's Day
ayi me ben na me dwene ho nti holiday we e ka ho a April enya holidays mako enum 5 days say enkamofo de na emi nu say na April mu
yeah
and Easter and Sumi, and also April. She had made the Abeka home, and yet, and if now trim 5 working days free. And see, yeah, Beko holiday, Thursday, I did Chaba Friday in Abedma. I do holiday, no, and you to share that would to me to share that Napa Pacific. And I rather go, well, in that count, so, Umami win a champion. That's a Thursday then I would Anne. Yes, when you're 75. Yes. 75 years. I will you when you go on shit out. O manya kese pa. Uka unya so unya no. Nyo mame. Or 53-75 day. Nyo mame no. Unya me mum na mame. Mame no nemfi ankasa no aka no ana say because the ultimate teacher. Ono na aka o message ko YouTube da o. Na me che say so ono anu aka because the ultimate teacher fi mu bia. So 75 years. Yehu enhira no. O ma na fi no bi nka. Unya ba. Me ni aba enhira wo o ma fi no bi nka ho. O ma fi no bi nka. O ma me dia wase ade no. Kwakuna what to say? Yehu adom na weekend. So onim and as usual. Kwaku galamsey. Kofi wini kwaku galamsey. Me yenya galamsey ho hawo e wo me kurum. Oh sir. Oh yes. Yadi mi din kra kwaya announcement. E wo bom so ene kukubi. Se me ma betna on Man FM. E kasetia. Se me ma kase makohu chamfan e wo birimu no so. Enti ohene mpatemu hɔ ye ne de ya no. Ohu ide a sei na me makohu. Kofi. Eni na nsan ni nan. Ena me nuanom mabusuafo hya ase frem say eh. Na ese wa akɔka sɛ yɛsɛ yɛnyai mining ɛyɛ. Ena am sɛ hwan ena bɛka ayɛ na ayo hene bi ena eka na pani ye panyini so ahu etoda bi a ye kasa no bi no esese nimdie a ekwachiri etaye chiri saadre no ena na ochen hene Osaje for Amweta for penny. Afra him for what ochimemu eno mo ahia titi o mo bremu no twam wo mukuru no eno mo akasa e ba newspapers mu sa da no kwa ye kan ho ase e na ye review ana enti dana me ko me say minus so de wo ba me kuro mu no wo beti nsam no bebre enti ama minus ni bi kwa fa me ho tan say me say na me ye mahama
dabi onya mampani enti unse me dura me wura inside no now what the pra also Tano River atoso se Tano River no kovie say you order a holiday nya me yard ma mekwa fum me twa bremu no se ne ete e be ete se bremu no etimi twa be a wo mu no Tano River ntimi twa na dani o se bremu river no ete se we ya e dia kankofo be sa kwa fum Messi and the woman so quite bremu no Messi and the bremu no enkofo timi block no me say many time we come on pattern because of mining. I'm not against mining, but I'm against illegal mining. And so mining on your friend saying river bodies, banks of rivers, and the insurance where they can find basin me say and bremu ye firm in nature. Na say kwa de meti ame me famani hu say obi kura time de ya ade atoso e ma wode abobo ya e fabre mu nu de mate wo ba bi na me famani hu yenti ko fie me de me say mine ne de manya ho hawo e wo mi kurum say makoka ho asem nti okay. All right, before I call Sabatel so no na question for so be mo nam no kuku mu na say for na network no etwetwesi enti ko mo de na say bia ye de no aduane so akwese kuku mu enti e ko na ye ni komo brief le ma Sabatel so na ye na question for reporter Kencity Media with their pro bono chi say na no paramedical ka che no thank you to the MPP Yeru Akeno in Agyapong Dr. Mahmoud Baumia omo ebo apro ada omanfo no ase say although Ghanaians ante omudwumedi ase and omu vote against the MPP ema and NDC aba but se ba kumpo ene to abama MPP a ombeba ona so abeda wase na number 4 amano so na number 40 enkan mo wache
medu so wan
hey sisi ali ase wakoshe kukuom
anya sam ketua
wow na I want to say
all right owan here mame na wase na yentia eye yakafo a omo net television down na so far yakọ eye mantem makomako emienu expo mantem a etoko emiensa ya eno eye ahafu region ana yewo ACCA mame enstafie enfa every day 1 ya eno eye enano memory da 26 April ya yes thank you to asem na no pa beye no 10 AM ana yekodu eye western region takrade na ebra yedu takrade no media na edikan no na eno efra eye 2 PM area 2 PM and anopa no a yekoye no dia yeko esikado kitan abato mpesa no esko be bia kane na honorable Dati ewono ya eni owura task from na na beni onua wonto issue ono so ejaye ewo MPP di mu anko amfa amano na otete wonu na ko ken ebe fa eyi na sacrifice and say odipa no na wasi ma na woye no yi no bia na woye MPP ni na okreni honorable ken eyi no afie no na tete eyi ya butu nya sense na papa pantitu kono ekita ono oma africa someone next lesson je beto amamo next lesson je beto amamo ana ono eka ewo you free ye must know ana think kono ankasa start ye start ye just as here ewo Takrade Technical University TTU na program no dia 2 PM ana chese ifrasiem ebra 2 PM no boy no na se party no ema edodo no a akoko piemo ewo school na wo delegation say ana etie Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ana only the delegation no honorable Ken when you can come here complete with that for that thing ya on so everybody so no. And MPP party, the national chairman, Ora Stephen, I used to interim Eka delegation, General Secretary, Justin Frempong Kodua, Eka National Organizer, Edema Amanukono Henry, Nana Boate, Eka Reverend John in Fojo, MP, Aston South, Adia, or can't to not have Ebi. And after your what chairman, I would be almost to come with a B as or can't create North MPP constituency chairman, chairman 7 a day, Adia or come Ebi, and at the Urata, DC, Ramdi kind, one or else so Ebi. As Tony Baba, and some of the other piano elsewhere, and some of every coming now, a come back, as the clone, Anna, one more aircam. In the answer, the court message, no elsewhere. Remember, when me and Yano, I would say, is the Ecoye. So far, at the Mantem, Western Radio, talk about the technical institute, the kind, you call UPM, you could peer more, a grand cancer, a grand cancer, a grand MA, primary and key or auditorium, maybe a one more Anna, a very quick party man, if you hope, you need a trim, a Boguso, a 1 million, a Mantem. And also, Sinto Casco, who know more at every from 7 p.m. And as the over your point, a copy baby, a die, not a for die, a war, Bogutu. And no, Day 2, another first 27 April, no, yes, I from one as yet one. Western North region. Also, Anopa, where no 10 a.m. Empty. Now, empty, no, about 1 person, you know, and a bit a boom is here, empty. Away about 1 person, Swaman, about 1 person, about 1 person, you be, and this there was empty. If you want more, I to more, Memphis West, Memphis Central, there are some planning to bottom one. I want to have a beer, and a baby of floor, and a year, Zabuso. And also, I thought them, and I call it with CIA, and not as a year, no, over 2 p.m. Now, Zabuso, about 1 person, I would go at 9, Marco, and 9, at this guy, Zabuso. Jabuso about to empesion any kind, I see body about to empesion via west, via east, about to empesion 9, and I said, well, it's the ever. The way you know, a part to a copy more ever said the Yorto, and not now about a repair no 5 p.m. Now, what said Yorto, about to empesion, and a BCIA ever, a kind. You also about 1 person. The BN and Yasu Bequai. A contomra about 1 person. Ya Ninan, Ewa, Western North region. And no, you really stand idea now at the action. And see a young papa move ya pay baby a die. Near Mumia Yan is said, Mimmin Danwa, Yana, Yakoda, Bugotono. And drug question Dano idea. Ebi Yakoda, and a bit also a 4 Yanin, Ewo, a half, Mantam, Emo, and only a May, do a day 28 April, idea, ever 12, ya Mantama, a topping and son, maybe frost, Ewo, Borto, ya, and Ewo, a pay a Mantam. A casa from the state, and Siciliano, and a Wayan Siciliano, Eddie Amaon, and Siciliano.
Position we na how much you see?
So, so, I can't stop one messages now. One more thing, man. Say, Anna, one more thing, assistant. Say, you could do man, regional chairman and after the first vice and the executive Viano, which means Emma or welcome delegation. Yeah, about this woman. Or welcome every honorable Ken. Were you to go for Canada from your complex by Japan? That's it. Not Wakasa. Okasem, yeah. General Secretary Justin Brempong Kodia. Na Ono Espo Akasa. Na Afi National Chairman Ora Steven Ayesu Idu. No, so Akasa. Na Afi Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Akasa Eddie Eta Epo. Eluji Yeso and someone from Western Region to Western North Region. Some it may one a proper one of King. Name someone where they are to just so far no anything. Or say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Eddie delegation to no any thank you for no anyone. Oh, who from Phobia, it's unsaid or not. Anna the name ewo ballot paper no eso na what just ono honorable no adia wo hia pa eye nkabum unity eno to kan sta no na what the Bible quotation as me add abakeno until opa baby to say Mark asempa no 18 years intitemu eye adunu enum Mark 3:25 na what the mature asempa etidu baako Etitemu edunsu kwesi edu enwotwe no Matthew 11:17 to 18 na wode eno so asofo edi na eka oho nia all nyina ne se echie anase adunia empapemu eni entitemu ewomo no eya dia nyina enkabom de eye pa enunti ana wode ho ase thank you to no emu no honorable Ken said meya na odumadi kasia pa was Spain of Cambridge University that was England UK afi Oxford University e when na odumadi kasia and say ko equity and so enam en kabumu a ope anti we cancel and come sa media kasia na we come na what the people said thank you for mancham a 2 ancient 16 regions in no idea theatre obekon nyina ya se won nyina ho emfa enfrim afi honorable Ken edi atu se party executive no ebetie no pa ya omu enkanti amnesty omu to a of very emfa enfuo na party no ebi what we what spend for everyone na one for everyone if focus on region constituent state yeah finances what ebia o kwa ana waso spend no honorable Ken said there o yasa wo yam funso isa say oni pano a wo waso spend no o yere ana boku o ma o pa sorry o and now before and for them yeah what my dear baby start putting influence and one else and this is go do about no catch us up you said mamu kon ko to aba ana mamu so ya ayabia eno ebe ya djuma into one best amne o and for emma one spend yeah na promise be control obi ko jira independent candidate to be obi ko jira adapt like was it and family that one na one side and from and for on camera party emu ebiem eno edan ten a one of can HSM NPP if we care it ma we this way yeah when you party man do one you dey cry eno 81 one start to fire packed out with that NPP party no 18 fear why you don't want fear no one for and instead now what did you say one and start no ana ebua party no etumi edi enkodo dia bia ya for ni nyina no ona boke etsa ntofa edi ema afi what the account ese ya ko contest ana primary bi eba na what to aban bia owie but edu ready abo na kwakọ yese o na o primary no mu kra no na o tai we yeti na wo di we yeti And then it's Marini dia, any means no, Minkwame Yamadia, or Tardiano, the party no, and Jaya, and also everything. Say, obey me, and to Emum, or your Tardiano, and the Ebequapa, Emma 2028, in Comedia, at me, Uncle Eddie Ama MPP party. No, one of okay, Jeremy, one stopper, not make us the Sir Anna is at the General Secretary. Justin from Pong could or not answer at the end of state. Anna was to is that with them as a such with the Reno Agyapong. It's can say a free of any a do one a pencil that put for the crazy or say some two about we are within Kunumo, but it is true. Niniano at your 4 months for Nancy airport dancing. Near woman almost far. I am not contestant. I want money. Almost prayer for fragmentation position. I know almost almost now. A boom enter. There's many the other thing. Honorable Kent. It is a sinner. Not just a we know a year from Papa. And no other entire. Justin Kodia from Pong. I just said Professor Matthew report on. Yeah, it was the next in a out which made about the trouble. Name on Bakumi, Via. I was about trouble and I had the with me. It's as for the Indian got to just and then I asked one more day. I could be about come out opponent. Now, opponent, you know, Eddie, Aqua just to come out of point. I said, one of the Muslim Senya, and I won't Muslim Senya Wakam, maybe I'm interested in Yabino. What's the part of the bar? And fish working. I saw 4 people back. From Paya de my MPP, but then fish out through. That's what you want you come. No, every what did it as also be. Almost Paya, 8 Yama, and yet as man now. Now, was it? And no Adam here, which was a ever about that pump. That's it. That Ghana. It was did it commonly high cost of living and another chain and I'm many for Trump and as one for Alpha Alma MPP. I think what contract contract is to say a year a week. Never only a contract.
Okay.
With me,
All right. And for the sake of time, you know, and hello, Nana.
Hello.
And for the sake of time, and then program lineup, not to say.
So far, program lineup, no. Here, golf, the free golf, and your better travel. So when you understand, I come for Dr. Mamu.
Okay, Mammy, Ferry.
Okay, you, without it. Dr. Mamu Bamian, so interested, Okrateta, a Pimo, Muslim go, Uncle Control, about Edward, or you must the money. I'm out for about Alpha.
Okay.
Dr. Mamu Bamian said, Wakasa, or no, and nothing. It's as any data or not collection. Baby or one, which was only a mother to one from when as an MPP parliamentary candidate, not all one. Stadiano or name with your because in that day. A people who since the same, yeah, what they call for one. No, 2 or 3 more to open Kunko, but the MPP near Bemo, and so African the Fona is still in the adjust any money and no one. That was it after Brazil, MPP party, that's Brazil. So back customers don't want to buy your demand. Was it every year was trick? Ghana first one that we stop. One that we stop. Then an MPP so high. It won't say after Brazil, not party for MPP leader on my year, and no, Anama and people buy. After you levy, I bring a map for the you levy and pole, and so MPP I buy. I be at the bomb destinies and some national cathedral and some any delicate system free or doing one data any other business about can raise it Our I can say, because you all know what Baba was one for one of Moko free, you know, one of Moko can into Mokra and also you have 2 8 party.
Okay.
And you jump like I kind of 1 year and 3 days to play. Now you got to Baba. Every day you put Sakra because one of not a yet my father. Hey, I kind of what you're going to get your brother. I can't 3 days. The fact was 12. Now was what to find. What to do a person was this idea for any 8 year party. I want to say, I was here, I can't, I can say, many people. Yes, but in here, except when we go to the Indian Court, you will go to send a medical card. You will be a go. Yes, you will go. You never got to see I will go.
All right.
Day 3.
All right. Okay. Yo, you better say Nana for money at Juma Pa, na the baby answer best about Chebu, Nana.
So,
all right, another question for a reporter, Kencity Media. In fact, we made a summary of the thank you tour. Obia Sama Wakambiano, or fan Bako, and what am I? A better not sepa. So, as you said, no, and some be why a Kawahano, and a resulting in the defeat. And in Penifona and Kasasha say, I admitted the fact. Kofasa and Tibeko straight away, Sabatel ho. Na what the stories are the one cratano at the Abana or Peninsula Jibre Akum and my Sabatels paper ben or the chassis.
Made the daily graphic and a air chassis.
Okay.
Boko conflict is national wound. Let's treat it with urgency. UEW Chancellor and a do way by him. Over 50,000 teachers receive promotions. Ken Agyapong urges amnesty for former party members. IMF chief praises Ghana's latest economic reform efforts. Into daily graphic, the other ban opinion.
All right. So, Boku issue,
Kofi, I'm saying paper we story radio. Naka some Chrocomo Mampany, John Domani Mahama, and Kwa.
I Boku.
Aye. No, who said a year on my munu in so no, now say some people bar. And Aboko.
That's the one can you. I know, dear, I've been condemning as a president because of 2 year open. He's MPP need power. What banner or power?
Is it one I didn't talk about?
Very good. You see, to be a dream baby and I dream that we are no. You just said that to score a political point, which is wrong.
Ain't it? Say, Oman who say, Sa how no, a your man, Mununa, how they are. Kofi, say, Otum for. I shall say, and then no mention you did say 28. Who say on me who pictures you social media any idea. Ade ba kone say ya kon ye ma obi wu ye no eni nya adan.
Ya kon ye ma obi wu ye no. Je ni nya free mu.
Eni nya free. What ya say? Te say owo adwumam no de obi nkonkansa na yi na die. Ye mi say ho say
me ba adwuma ma o mo gya adwuma. O mo gya adwuma o mo free adwuma. Me fa me ni nka ba 12. Obi eni wadi na ketu abeka obi ekpe.
Good.
Nti udi obi nkonkansa. Na ye yi na dia. Ni pay no. Ye fa ma.
Ana say wo ye adwuma mu pani na what time bi eni o subordinate bi eni. Na what time na ni a ma na ni ata no. Na okọ we gya ye adwuma no.
De na onya free mu.
De na anya free mu. Ebi ana wo ma na na twa so aba. What you say? Ebi ana wo ma. One say Bible so Yakopon so tua agyanma mu yeso ka. E bikosi a wonto so me ensa na 9 so.
Sasam de mu duro.
Enti odi animu na me na haye me de na me na ye na e betina ha kane na ye na sei ema ntokwa ba ye no.
De na onya free mu.
Enti omampani story radio me gidi sende obekan na one ma omamu nyina treat story no as it is.
All right.
You
heard the next paper, Sabato.
The Ghanaian Times. Localizing natural resources exploration management framework out soon. President Mahama grants amnesty to dismissed aggrieved NPP members. Kennedy Agyapong. Ghana to issue fledged license by June 30th, first in Africa, Lance Minister.
Okay.
Philanthropist donates 200,000 Ghana cedis to Akosombo Dam flood victims. Soldiers allegedly opened fire on mourners, killing 1, injuring 3 others. into the Ghanaian Times so there.
All right, that was Nina Hini's story and very sad. Now let's pick that story of amnesty for from Honorable Ken Agyapong. And that's the story there. Grant amnesty to dismissed aggrieved MPP members. Kwaku, one support.
Oh, there.
Ah, okay.
And yes, sir, me support na me pese
Obokabi.
Aha.
Obekasa bi. Omo free pass.
Because a woman be a
me who video bi pa na me hwesa asebe papa kana nipa ni bi nsem mo kana no hye o. Still a nipa bi ku ase hunyam. Ndi sa nipa na well as papa mpedifo be ko adwendwen mu tinjanto. Yeah, the Chronicle.
Okay. No fears. NPP will bounce back. Baumia. Eugene Boachi Antwi. Baumia has proved me right. E-levy, failure to reshuffle. DDEP caused NPP defeat, not any spirituality.
Okay.
NPP, NDP to demonstrate against suspension of CJ. New Kodiabe residents call for government intervention over Langard threats.
Hey, confo issues are too dry. Hey, Langard is so they are similar.
Come back, Kofi. And cry. And some MPP form penny free a binum. Thank you to your monk or air queen. And some will be or more me to me. Unity, the best message. But then some will be or E-lady, failure to reshuffle, DDEP, Nesane, Manema, Wenya, to me. I shall be a mere Stratcom at best time.
Okay.
Kofi Williams. Yeah, no be an Canada. Na obi a bonyo, obo bedwono, na abufu enkofo so nsem aka ye no. Omobu e fu no. Na sabi ebia wunni hu adwen.
Okay.
What you say enti E-levy no say na Dr. Baumia say no o abem. Afutu be no de maaye. Ebia he say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ye na adwen say ebia nsem bi obekeka no atwe ne ho afi. Ebia niema bi o mampanin dada akufo-addo ye ho a ebe wese in the case. Me madwene mu me nko amadwen na me ken. What you say? What you say? Enti me de ensem no asem ya baby a omashia no. Say me enya MPP fo nko na ehia. Say me pese carry stories no. E kire say Ghana fo nya na mo ye ben. Kasa. Thinking say bia me kan say me hu say me kan okore no. O kan okore no. Enkwan ye de na ye den.
Makwaku onyini so say this time factors a lady my party ni lusu you know if omu bia nia
him for na ese ka kire mo party meshia
so party for yeso na wo hyehyɛ omu
party for enkofo na me say papers yo omo de papers we buy omo MPP for reporters yo omo de omo MPP for Kofi me say he ene se e buy ade a ye modwane en me nka se buy ade a me nka se bibi anko ya ba he asem bia obre ene bia ya ye ka no
okay
ebra wo ka asem no bia ya wo ka asem no wa hwani ya ebra din se wo ka assign ho but when be ba ho so no na call so bibi foforo enti onabo ke no se enka bom na hwe wa ka asem bi anope ma ka radio and I'm saying it here again na sem ne se same people fo ankom ho amum no mo kofa Jesus Christ kwa be leader enko yi enno ne asem wenne yehia me say MPP for how e kasa
how am control
bibi another bonten bibi another send this your power no more opposition amon sembe e de dan na nkoso o mo party do do say na outie.
All right, your daily guide Sabato.
Election 2024 E-levy haircut cathedral contributed to our defeat. Baumia. Nungwa families sue Zoom Lions subsidiary chief. Otumfuo starts Boku peace talks Tuesday. NPP others to protest Tokonu suspension May 5th into daily graphic daily guide.
Okay, I think say on CJ Chief Justice then a protest which is May 5 which will be next week God willing. Let's see the outcome of that. The way NDC opposition or more demonstration, your press conference. I'm not seeing this. Ghanaians, Ghana for you.
Oh,
Asemno entrosa.
Now oka.
But MPP for him side here. Well, you read the next paper.
Okay. With the new crusading guide and GBA passes resolution to call on President to revoke the suspension of the Chief Justice. Baumia vindicates Honorable Eugene Boachi Entry's cautionary voice. Massive endorsement for Obri AJ in law school SRC elections. From high life to high office, Kwabena set to win UPSA SRC race. Political parties set to protest on May 5th against Chief Justice's suspension and dismissal of officials. Woodfields decries land guard attacks over Boteman land. Our police station executives and grassroots are our greatest assets. I thank them, Baumia, into the new crusading guide.
Story I'm pick you all a Ghana Bar Association, a lawyer from Kamunko.
Yeah.
You see, I was listening to lawyer Kwame Adofo. He said something. Say, because the president is not a lawyer and he's a communicator, the attack on the judiciary, the Chief Justice suspension, a very dicey issue that we should tackle it, not being a big political party, involving themselves around that story. What the Chief Justice, the three arms of government, the executive, the legislature, the judiciary, will be on the powers.
Yeah.
So what I say, will be on the powers out there in Juma. Quite do I have a so be former Yankasi so. But our petition be a near future so I can be say one in the baba to Kwabru Chintino or spend state money.
Mamma be here no, Chief Justice be here no, and Obisa no Obisa say. The sense of anything other ha, lawyer Kwaku Amodate, lawyer Andy, Apia Kubi, and lawyer Alex Zenfi. Omunina can say and somebody be a while, and my mom be a while, not a agenda, a woman tilim, he, Akwada, Ubu, and found social room and father Butum.
Uma father Pope
Kurabutu,
Pope no crack.
or what I say, he, Kofi, a agenda, and almost said here. Nasa agenda no, or almost said at the young party. On my agenda, no, say. And then maybe I'm a person more year no. No, if you are done, Mr. Donko Bekawa. Also, my dream say, Chief Justice no wa almost you see you are more fun. Then so no the number or day year Juma. And to coffee, say at hey, say a quabru china, yea, said you are created in a hay. Yet if you are baby in Kaya Honko, it's my make justice Tokonu, or no to me funny bottom sika. A Juma why you fit the best in a want to me funny bottom sika and find a back. And Quabruchi.
Plain take it, trying to say.
Oh, and to go free a agenda and then DC Friday. I said to them, no man can walk radio and a handsome car. Say, the NDC for you be ano. Ubia be trustwaba. Na yenshe. No man can say, hey, Ghana Bar Association. Omon Kasa. Omaba Bontia Becasa. Enti, Obia Ghana for na civil society organization. So be yeah. Near Beba say, I am more minor, and you more minor, as I
last paper, don't know, sorry, be Bijao, Quine Sanako.
Okay.
Evangelist Bayon Wojuma. You read the last paper, say.
The Daily Statesman.
Okay.
Ophir Market records success in second edition. GBA president demands public hearing for CJ case. We will deal with our mistakes. Baumia acknowledges sentiments of NPP supporters on 2024 defeat. Political parties to protest against CJ suspension, job terminations. Into graphic nina enono.
All right, daily statement. That story of Fair Market no. Yemo MP was Rasami Ukwabaso. Or yebibi e won constituency wa. I was driving to Akufo-addo. Na menye twa. This is the second time mehu. As a Ofie market as a record success in second edition. As in the second edition, so obo the phone I want to constraints in Nina. What do you about there? The one upon chain or the moon now or buja. So now at the end will be a question of being with me. So I say, okay. I was a baby now. Kuania ko akotia esuo aba na boardie wade aba no Ghana ni free nkran koto boardie eduro no be 10 cedi oba obete mama
same story my kind man
yes nti ba me moyo wura same awuku aba so akuapem not MP ho in fact MP ade no saa de bi sei no ebua madwadifo no ho ere haro obi okura na ade no nim se ne ton but ofie market no and that demonstration of akuafo no omo eni omo harvest no eboa ema wotimi a good price.
Okay.
And as MP I will present the man for no. I think we need to applaud him for such a wonderful initiative.
Kofi on headline e da hono kese no banner headline no wahu won said the omo efa no we will deal with our mistakes
without any quotation. I think most of the media right types and also because there is one no there all can e no no afa watwere enti we no you miss o man pane John Romani Mahama ka say oba ne ma ye di kan no o ye mistakes no o to make a mistake ko ye so anka ba kana fo gina so to aba ma no oh enti me de asem no bi wo ho a na me ka no ye me madwene na me ka enti ensem no atiti say ya mistake be na wo ye o party for nanim mo siesie mo ade all right before abekono there's a one parliamentary candidate be or contested election NDC take it Dr. Abubakari Bawa Abdullah no just as far parliamentary the call election start so 2024 election opening ko jina bi na ni did Dr. Abubakar Bawa Abdullah. Kwakutini dini bio. Dr. Abubakar Bawa Abdullah, parliamentary candidate for Karaga constituency on the ticket of NDC.
Okay.
Just as far not to somame. Which say ni poster and ne che there. Ne che ni batakari and ni poster ni na say NDC ni mapa. Na me pese me nim papa yi oni no kwa kudi me no
nshede ni
no what the akoso Tamale hospital teaching hospital so what say ya pam
ai me ama madam ona abo kwabra minta kando
also pam Tamale teaching hospital
CEO no
so Dr. Penny da also pam no also yi na di what
mate
what is
your friends and for nipa bebre kura ka chese o me pachew ne ade when say emergency so no doctors and health workers no mo so mo nya djuma wo ho
isi ohene no wo double yabon rose double ohene no oni o makasa
into mo ye
djuma doctor for no ti ohene no a doctor for no ti politicians o mu ti ohene no and o mo ye djuma na papa ya me di phone ni to so o he no party be no contest mo
NDC
just if next poster no to so Mahama appoint Bawa Abdullah as new CEO for Tamale Teaching Hospital.
Say that be Adro no.
Yes. Nipa no call. Nipa na ye na di no. NDC parliamentary candidate and then na ko replace. And that one. Enti Dr. Abdullah Bawa no. We jinama on the ticket of NDC when we no. And ye CEO na o Tamale Teaching Hospital the politician and yes one quiet doctor ni na sebi politician nano me hosti one youth be of Boko ewa unu asema kan was the issue of Mamprusi and Kusasi for also was share a doctor for Kukudama on betimi akosoro akoye dwumo na because Mamprusi for attack to be MPP and Kusasi for attack to be NDC. What you know, can you? And she on why man Prusini no. Uncle Yajuma with the Chrome Hospital. Then people who be na say when to me answer by me. Yakase we MPP into no day. Mokuno. Chasema all the way on my Ghana. Be a Ghana kwakudru no. nti kwaku ujejeje
nti we no me de ne American say saa netie de a Kofi we de yemfa ne say bia say saa netie de a ene na adwen a omo person de chief justice no mo obi ko hye ho no say Mahama can say omampeni dada akufo-addo e de MPP for affiliated for na akogo judges na eko then so no so person chief justice no de obi osusu so no so ye DC na eko na enti say mu yi CEO a o ya professional so ye doctor na mo de politician
also a professional doctor sir but also a politician
ya do mo ase say Ghana fo mu hu de mu peni
all right Sabato we extra beto aso yeah all right it's time for the discussion ti for Joe Ababedu ye home so tew aba na ye de ene nkoma edafi ha edabra me dey owo ahene ntwibu si akoma but quickly we dey omanfo a ehwe no for the sake of say ombebo anti teacher wa here dey menkan omo messages emfa emaw na ansana yetimi akọ okay Nana Bafo Kutu or say can no fire on only the other but Nana Mashanti or say good morning to TV winning a champion Kokuti winning a champion morning my children we thank God for another day and another week of it. I thank God for your speedy recovery. Good to see you and thank you for your motivational words. Thank you. I am 75 years by God's grace. 75 and I say more fire Kofi. May God grant you your wish. I love your boldness and the wisdom you have to speak every morning. And I say, keep up the good work. Kencity no size, and you are indeed shaping the nation. And also, country called Ghana. 5 holidays within 4 months. Not in Holland. Holland AC. Issa Adams says, good morning, Mr. Entry, and all Kencity workers. Honorable Ken, Onyankopon, Eso, and also I don't know. Yeah, that's Papa. I'll be reading other messages. My quick break about na the discussion at also. I can count message. Me need the wine. Stay tuned. I'll be right back after the short break. Ebraso say yede ene nkomo ebrao. The dialogue ebraso say yene ira eye Shadrach Fojo edi nkomo ewo efi ha. Ensem no doso. Free SHS against free sanitary pad ensem eda ho. Ebedi ensan nkomo bi stabile issue teaching hospital. See where in the asem eda ho. Chief Justice and so some who say political parties to be a say May 5 demonstrating against the suspension by the President of the Republic and also Ekonko na yahwe NPP thank you to and as other subject matter and then come and to join the YouTube channel Net2 TVGH and drop your comment at all and not attacking comment. Any attacking comment will not be read on my show and the obedi at all. Program is not send this message number. Let me show you there so there. But the message be a attack, but I'll not read it because I'm not here to attack people. I'm here to dialogue on issues. Not to insult and attack. That one will not be entertained on this program. And to take note of that. Meaning the Owa and Tribu is here. Follow me on my social media handles. Real Owa on Facebook, Real Owa TV on YouTube. Follow me and a Real Owahene TV on TikTok, Real Owahene on YouTube, Real Owahene TV on YouTube, Real Owahene TV on TikTok, Facebook. Follow me personal social media handles now. What me follow in your ma me de go ni bi. For you me that say what join an opena weekend le ko say.
Me had the weekend ekoyi.
Ekoyi de. Nyoma koyi.
Na da bi nyoma ekoyi de. I say what you can. Your first year into your head here. NDC for a demi go kwem. Aye.
But any that's all.
And that's on the main flagship program I said NDC for the year campaign. A 24-hour economy.
Okay.
Na sabi the main flagship program or debate to Jano in their budget our disha finance no. We have not seen that. Na say na ho say my brother President Nana Akufo-addo for the campaign even from 2009. Where campaign but now they are not born with the free teachers. Oba in his first term no just to prove say you near more born with from 2009 eba ni nyina no e ade asabi na ni wo so na anopai anse na be sha ase no wa onim e de ncha be ma na namponsa ten kaka wo the second e be chia atebu man hene e na amantin man hene anopai e de ncha mom Chia MPP for what you were mantina, a Chia 2 R4 and businesses against for Ken for a chairman of pay. I think the topic is no, and pay. I think we Chief Justice removal no, and come has man pay kakra.
Okay.
A idea over almost more than 1 month and now on all media platforms, radio station, TV stations, in the dailies. I did try to say, Chief Justice as semi, your boss. Now the Aquaman is say Sebio and you Chief Justice 7 said it's almost like a first of its kind. Say Oman Penibiti Kunyasoa or Bettina Kunyaso before so Bettina Kunyas and then Sen Kaye and then the party for some Kayamoka Yintino. Ama and Yabasa and Semono. Now who say NDC and Amomutu even in this few months I'll move on by Bimuno. Say and Penifoni or can be woman for one to Ama NDC and Chichi Breaker. A baby say NDC. And found a 4-year term memory no more than Papa Munity Munabeto my Ghana. Your Chief Justice, I want some year. Oh, here your constitution now. In the wisdom of the framers of the constitution, who say will be absolute power. And once you say the person will be corrupted absolutely. Say, or castle will use to me now. Yenya anopuma sibre, obeya manaterason. Until they instituted some checks and balances in the constitution, said, the 3 arms of government, that is the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. And issues here, but the reason why I could say all these bodies are supposed to be independent and impartial and unbiased arms of government. But we have come to a time where commenter NDC for a proud to elections now. Not the John Mahama, and I'm a nearby who says, Sabio, a idea, a preconceived agenda NDC for was say, they are no more to you, you're by more win ye bay. And the out of the checks and balances are the framers of constitution by no. One of them, the checks on the legislature, that is on the parliament, says the parliament that passes bills, they will need the president to assent his signature or to assent to it and sign a bills now. This House of Parliament, obey the Act of Parliament. Example of it, e-levy bankers will be a few way. They call Parliament control about so. They needed the president to assent to it before say Ebabeyemra. Until they are discussing with the budget, you are moving or approving budget in Crown. And the Senate president in the best sign, not Enyameyemra. That should tell you that even in Parliament, a one who could say what system Renian or much system Renua, and your Monkwan, Nasabi, or much system Renuano, the Emra has to come into force. They will need the signature, the assentment of the president to read before say Babadene. So that is the one of the checks on the legislature. That is can be found in Article 1061 or Clause 1. Say the power of Parliament to make laws shall be exercised by bills passed by Parliament and assent to by the president. And ahwodin to your Parliament winning. Almost somebody be area. I also call president in consultation of friends saying. Omo two president for omo deliberate on it and sana president I decided not to. And you heard the some of the checks on the executive by a friend say parliament now say and sana president could be to me appointee somebody say on take care mostly for ministerial positions he will need the approval of the press of the parliament before say it beat me again. Agyapong, a classical case is CA, GH Minister versus Attorney General. That President Rawlings, AD there from 1992 to 1996. 97 or something, he appointed some members and now more the previous government in Musa Sebian Common Day. They should continue their work. And I were GH Minister, the then minority leader. After my son of the court, said, Sebio, dear President Rawlings said, he needs the approval of Parliament to do that. But before Assembly Court, now President Rawlings, I retracted that act as submitting Kofunidia then at the court Parliament. And in the case of that issue, the court was supposed to decide a case in a very moot. That means Sabio Assembly Subians Yemon to move. But Supreme Court is telling us there be. As same way, it has the tendency to say it can occur in the future. Say Aban Biaba, or the first term, or appointing ministers. Now the second term or samba. Even so, appointing ministers the ministers will still need the approval of the Parliament before they can become substantive ministers. That is around the Article 78. And as I we know, Supreme Court edged to me say. The appointment of a minister and deputy minister, a co-terminus with the appointing officer, that's the president. And this so president, no matter how powerful you were, now your appointment, you will need the approval of the president. We are just trying to tell you, say, from the legislature, judiciary, and executive, there is limitation on their powers that has been enshrined in the constitution of this nation. And your Chief Justice position now, a man who can born who by our constitution said they are an independent body. Said the parliament is independent, executive is independent. President Mahama, no matter how powerful he is, he cannot wake up one day say even the sitting Speaker of Parliament on panel. You can't do that because he'll be protected by the constitution. And charges in any idea your friend is saying Chief Justice here Article 127, that is where the independence of the judiciary clause 2 numpuna emuyeden ehunya. Let me quote the clause 2. I say neither the president nor parliament nor any person acting under the authority of the president or parliament nor any other person whatsoever shall interfere with judges or judicial officers or other person exercising judicial power in the exercise of their judicial functions, and all organs and agencies of state shall accord to the court such assistance as the court may reasonably require to protect the independence, dignity, and effectiveness of the court subject to this constitution. And the judiciary now they are only subject to the constitution. And the charges are they are more even Chief Justice President Mahama you will be a some of these things and go on to us because it affects the dignity of the courts. say you can say judiciary, that is Chief Justice and about to Quentino, ye TB da my room yan suspended no. Now you call Renisimu, the free home. Then be say I want say President Mahama Bakunya in and even having 6 months or court official duties on the Basharaf in the court. Who has asked the president, said you in 25 years? One in the Basharaf, what role does Sharaf play in governance today? What is this? What do we pokra a car and then the flight a year in Grano? But the constitution, yes or no? Obian who quite also a president, everything the president does, no, it should be borne by the state. And into Grano, people were making advances, said they will even go to the court to prevent the president from using his brother's, my friend is saying, because a conflict of interest. Because we are seeing from your previous government, they attempt to overhaul the whole of our bauxite mining to your brother. So when you come your second time, people would need as much as possible. Say, people are accusing President Akufo-Addo say during his time, no, appointed too many lawyers and to the bench. Yeah. Which is not the case. You may say, I want to say, president the president alone does not have the right to say obey appointment to the bench. In consultation with the Judicial Council, no, nominating even the qualified persons is the Judicial Council rule, and also nominating the qualified persons for the president. From there, no, it goes to the Council of State. Now, Parliament for approval. And let me say, I want to say, Nipa, President Mahama appointee woman, President Akufo-Addo appointee woman. Ediom call bench no emu die he no sorry an pa say my point o wa hene say we kokwa ho fenti no ko bench no so it went through due diligence na emi say won say president you obetena kunya so e dey na si ne ho kwan say onye that appointment no when we hear commentaries prior to this elections 2024 the NDC in itself were notably one of them a friend is saying Felix Ofuzuko-Ache, like I said, for the past 2 years, the judiciary has been against the NDC. The NDC, I will say, court cases are court over this year period. Because the same way, a intention can see a bin sida. The 2012 presidential election petitioner. No, Korean for Bibian chain. Say facing on moral grounds, it was supposed to enter into re-elections. It's a question, but court in the say no. You share process on my way in a form between this stage. Now will be at all by in a declare. Okay, I'm calling election. About find same copy crying your yes. And to GDNA, some you all court before the Pamnocha, Yan and the Assembly, the Akusibiano. We just wanted to test the law. And who Akonya the Bama NDC about 2020, even those no money evidence has compared to what MPP presented in 2012. No, they still went to the court. In this manner, President Mahama Etusana Muwino, about one of the biggest albatross on his neck. Already, he has been captured on tape on this Boku issue. President Mahama doesn't have any solid legacy as a president, a former president and now a current president. I think that this is the time, President Mahama, as a man and you say me person me ya DB to na a in the annals of history of this nation, me wuna me komena and council craba they can point us to is that me and I'm daddy we buy. You have President Kufuor. You cannot mention President Kufuor's name. I'll be free maternal care flu, Ubishin national health insurance flu. There is something to his name which are sustainable policies and legacies. It can never be repealed, it can never be revoked, even when he's dead. You can never mention free teachers without another than quite good for this name. No matter how NDC bear say, your discrimination, whatever it is in the chastisement and more lambasting policies, about this time round, the few say free teachers, you be politician, you be President Nanadwa, you be born a part that's run Kukubata. You have not done anything on it. And your policies that you have fought it over the years. President Mahama was captured, a friend is saying. On the news say it will take a new chief justice to repair the broken image of judiciary. That was on the 8th of August 2022. And it's our Kasimo 2022. Now back in 2025. Now we Sana Moya. That is what you want to manifest it. And yes, you and not forget to say, even President Nanado was people petition say Chief Justice Fluor, these are petty issues that we don't even need to entertain it. Okay. Now you are the politics judiciary now. This is what it's going to mean. You find say high profile political case or my woman. not a politically appointed chief justice or a key appointment of judges and we are in this nation. We have seen times with that number people have barged into the courtrooms. Say you could even judge and court people have entered courtrooms with machetes and things. One way ya next sana mu with Mahama ekoso obetu sana mu ya the beba ne say obi no bi nyasama all hand on who say you or the assembly court because it will be perceived say we the NDC for and nam some NDC for can say President Mahama ni NDC for can some for judges no one and we don't have any issue with them, but it is so a custom of the NDC away from 1982 judges go Supreme Court say baby say yeah the baby no judges asem and there are evidences to that and then some of my can't over this let me say Mahama and an appointees or the current finance minister at to force him issues by a court no and then before now appointing most of the judges of court assembly and they say judge question I say Adi Ekusi chief justice then was it not an MPP appointed chief justice amongst them in major case of Marco Kotakolusu and for that matter almost say the judiciary is against NDC. These are neither here nor there, but Adia a Wagana Han say NDC for titru panel or more who say among members membership some you or more adrenaline extra moment to him to Krabi and open Johnson. I didn't know at all. What it means is say I'm not saying all of them, most of them. And somebody say yeah, what do you need to do is say most of you are educated people, most of you on the social media, you are very much educated. And some we should try to look at issues objectively. So our issues in the area now we hear Emra and Sabu and Sankaya and that one. Then you make your mind say, some you won't say I didn't know that but and now be position and be party in media. People who understand you, but do not they are well-known people. Some you social commentators. Chief Justice say, oh, I say wait a minute, I can't say money. When you know the law and he said that it will not help this nation. It's plunging this country into chaos.
Okay.
Say what China and Sambia Koba. President Mahama Basui, you know me bless you. Agenda 111. A wunyam. Kumasi would the wunya, Takwadi would the wunya. Ye bibi. A mabu and SW. Bakun Seminano Metanaka Chemo say. Say Mahama anti-mian so we bakun semia. And it's a big shame on his government because they have Mahama appointment about 70% of them are not necessarily Votarians, which is not, and I'm not speculating, that is a fact. It is over now. What you can't say more na akufo-addo. The reason why I hated the NDC during their first term and the Mahama said Nyoma medical sirimu a pebre musma could be a nuya it was sirimu while they confirm akusirimu you could just see you could just see nipa esokaye ejuma e Ghana and disable the northern president the northern ministers and MPs no mu nkofo so mu just air so fasia and come akoma I'm not saying this, but a new man, but this is the time I think that the president has opportunity to redeem himself, bring dignity to his people. Most of my point say, pay attention to your strongholds. NDC, you know what I said, they will develop all the 5 northern regions to a standard that will be enviable to all the other regions. I don't have a problem with that. Say the MPP by your strongholds or losing elections. NDC should go to the voter region. The whole people are crying for sports. They should go and attend to them. This NDC should pay attention to the voter region, the other region called voter in the front, OT region. All their strongholds where they get votes. They should go and develop all these places. This is what I'm advocating for NDC people. Now when you have social media now assembly about you blow it out of proportion. Sensational is now the epigen seminar. This is your government. You heard a course of President Trump time. So if your court any President Trump call even would be a deal Kurana store so called or winning election as court and President Trump you be on combine and judicial ordinance sabeka major shake up
more from a court member.
But what we are seeing today in Ghana no, we should learn from the developed countries. The judiciary as it is no, it is not your baby, it is an arm of government. I'm not for compare the position of the EC chair to that of the CJ. It is neither here nor there. The CJ's position is an arm arm of government that you don't need to interfere in their affairs.
All right.
You can never equate what happened under the EC. No, it has become an albatross on an akufo-addo's neck. On to me, popani di emfiu ne emfiu wechina eyade abeda ho. Na Bible say nipa ye wade nyina ho kwan na sinye nyina ne fata. Kwan bi wo wa etini wo nipa ni so. Na sina wie ye no.
All right, so for your Shadrach and that was on the CG's issue. Chief Justice Assembly. Free SHS versus free sanitary pad. One major policy, akufo-addo buying and a legacy at Daho are intimate people. This government by Yatite the Echo and I know Clement Park. So at Tobacco Minister of Education CC. Moko from level 100. Sika mo yeso mbe refund. After the most money, I in semi free SHS, free sanitary pad. I know often say, is it a good initiative?
I say NDC buy no come edomo pa. Some of our policies need no be your ya. You clearly say let's create an avenue where we can get money and squander.
Because sanitary pad no per my research and sanitary pad is I do 15-20.
No.
Bako.
Yeah, 15, 17. Yeah, 20 cities.
A course run a
form. Yes.
It is a sanitary pad. Let's take it as 20 cities. Or baby a buninsa. Bosome. 1 month or 5 days. In the pad no to me use bako 20 cities. They be cry day. But this sanitary pad no one per the cost. One per the course this initiative no 140 cities.
140 cities. Wow.
And I'm this for the Ghana.
The Ghana for.
And 140 sanitary pad. I debate in this country. So are you helping our Nkwadana war secondary school and I say Ubi Mine?
I say this issue. I think when MPP was on power, no, there is this there's this NDC woman. Our Nene issue. The lawyer. Yeah, some of them, a lot of group of them, they are always advocating. So I buy any year to a sanitary part. So I'm number one advocate of that particular policy. Say, so buy no Ghana for which 3 years. There is no need government will take this money to venture into this project. A buy no has 2 options. Say one, yes, this sanitary part, no, the lack of it, no. A mass school colano ain't mean school, and I say, Omunyo menses they need to stay home all those periods, which is true. We are not some of them. Most people, it is true. You say, I will say, a bona century panel turn and none board. You know, the main reasons is because yes, say no wedding, and a man for advocacy say, and combine any 2 I was in your free so because it also considered as a nuisance tax. Said they're not any taxing machete condoms and all those things, you know. Some you a boom on and your man aquatis a quarter to was a your boom is a 5 days. It is no fault of theirs. And Tiaban had 2 options. One, either send Kobe all the taxes I walk sanitary part so a free so I'm on a bona from a base so affordable that people can patronize it. The second thing is that, and the government is setting up a good board with the proud motive set or stabilizing the dollar or per se or new maiden na the fight again between the dollar and the cedi no stabilize. This is a clear opportunity. Looking at the unemployment rate in this nation, a government will not budget 280 million Ghana cedis and go and give it to why supply sanitary pad. Who is supplying it? All these details need to come out. This is person supplying it. Okay, before I came and sat here this morning, there is your production line, sanitary pad production line. The prices, some of them produce 150 pieces per minute. No, per minute, be and produce 150 minutes. That is so in 1 hour, no. A may produce 150 times 60 of that piece, about 2,000 something, 2,400 of that every hour. The cost of that machine, no, I know, say the year production, $250,000. And in a banway, our papa, our regime say, or person or critic or the employment, no or clear unemployment free. One of the biggest game changer I would have taught this government, any pay quarter as boss up who would have taken this. Then this 280 million Ghana cedis, you know, at least. Yemfam build the 3 production line, big 3 production lines of sanitary pad in this nation. When him say, you to me the board here, a process a sanitary pad. What it means is that planting for food and jobs, most of these raw materials, can also be channeled into that sector to do this production, clearing the unemployment rate in this nation and also stabilizing the city, because 2023 there's a company Oba Kaso area almost produces sanitary pad in Nabi. From the analysis, no say Ghana we need about 350 million to 400 million pieces of sanitary pad a year. Wow. So it is a big market when you look at, when you don't, because some you use it, you cannot reuse it again. So we are looking forward to see say President Mahama in an attempt to also be to create jobs, and this 280 million Ghana cedis na the budget, on finance at least say even a one company now put it up, produce it, and now increase the tariffs on those that are importing it, so that this one will be subsidized. They will more for on the 10 cities. Now some of them that are even producing at a higher cost, they will give the government contracts, say produce for us, or the government in an attempt to create jobs. This money could have been given to individuals to set up production companies. COVID by any producing hand sanitizer and our. So you think that Ghanaians cannot produce when we have existing companies? So why would the government not even invest this money in this company? No country say I am taking all the taxes of these companies, and even for the next 10 years, I am not taxing all these companies producing this sanitary pad, and your raw materials, the majority of them needs to come from some of the farm produce. Cotton is one of them. Nanka yamfa galamsey side near reclaim. Yamfa do more of cotton. Nanka sabiu yamma nipa ni nkolum say when I've even finished producing this product, me want a market, ready market for it. But to tell you say John Mahama is not ready to create employment or create businesses, he took this money, handed all over to one person, say afimuni nyina for supply sanitary pad. Sanitary pad you who see a teacher with TV, where our wasem any asifin seven say emrantie nyina young boy, we are giving it to them. Say a biscuit and I say a pan and I say a day. Be market a chit. Yeah, the videos are there. I don't sit here to speculate.
Sanitary pad.
Young boys, no what time man say bona biscuit so on you. Or don't call any day. Amount for people who are making agitation say Sabio, Ahochre, Ewa Unkrasie, any other. John Mahama in his campaign prior to 2024 elections, what Advocacy say you best set up Women's Bank. Let me say, I will say, how much money was allocated to the establishment of Women's Bank? That is 50 million Ghana cedis, which cannot even. It is not 8 times. You need 8 times of that for some way. A friend is saying the capitalization of a bank. That is 400 million Ghana cedis. To be able to set up a bank, you need that money to set up a bank. And this is a paper system you and I just say I am going to give this 300 almost 280 million. I'm investing into the Women's Bank. You can give each market woman offer a mass 60,000 of them. Don't give the money to mass work and ordinary politics. Give these monies to commercial banks and rural banks. They should issue these loans to market women at ABR, no rate or at a variable flexible interest rate. You can give 5,000 Ghana cedis out of this money to 60,000 women in this nation. Jamisa was said, we'll set a mass 60,000 up. No, what is a free sanitary pad, which every year it will be a budget. My friend is saying cost on this nation. Now setting my phone up. Put your costs can for massive you, but be aware. Go and give these monies to these women and let them set up. Sub you will be one banners want me top part of 15, 17 cities manner. That's a be a one of us and also
and Quadano cross so. And Quadano so cram man be bring so rejected adeno.
Yes, a man apart no uses.
Akraba kukran so the bema ba call GB. Ibizans or the corridor or the cobo ball. I mean, what you say? I don't know. And I'm for crisis say a NDC for Sakawa on some dear ma into no part in the moment. A whole lot of issues about it. But I think that say NDC is serious. And I'll be say I did that's all about rumor. I don't see the policy on the on the surface, for the sake of time,
politics now opens away. Okay, you would think say it's a good policy, but already we are NDC. A boy could you free teachers now by now first 4 months. I did our best of a teacher part. Now the video because the president of a sitting country saying no man penimwa a mapa that was say no I talk us through. What say to us? Some you want to say NDC for who's and why I'm who you man was a film. I am a ferry. Who was Donald Trump and as a white president try your bossy no attempt try to buy it. Was it were institute what do we call it? Tomato production plant. Yeah. $150 million. You go to Akuma, they go to Navungwa. You can set up these companies there and invest heavily in this production. Now to my God,
for records, Burkina Faso soldier president, you know, the entire Burkina Faso Omu road network is not even up to 3,000 kilometers. But as it stands now, he's adding up to almost 5,000 in addition.
Yes.
Within a short time.
A short time.
Wakra Metro Mass buses, about 500 pieces
of them. Your policy for the buy.
Yes.
Metro Mass. And the policy is still existing. And Mahaman and Abusia for NDC4 out of hypocrisy and main kind of say your money so do no any actually number say your mama basso somebody pardon now ban you won't be there. All right. So policy will can be sustained. Maybe say I was in the next 5 years. You better buy everything about because of a teacher part of many people. I don't know what's in common. I don't know. I did chat there's a year. I'm to tell you animals are no money of you. Yeah, mad sense of responsibility. Enter Ghana for so school fees and will be to hand out movie or complain. We don't buy a part and a water. Now what they amount of so much because they can't say muntaka pension so much chess as an trip. That be part. And this is funny part. Something. Yeah. So much chess part. Part. Oh, for the sake of time, thank you, Tor. Dr. Baumia, Honorable Ken, other aspirants joining together. For we na yemfensi e beto aso da for. Okay, you heard thank you to no. Me in my personal opinion. Me thank you to no. Na invitian say former vice president and na atonin sa fra for fresh ombra. I think he didn't have that capacity to do that. But people will not understand you because the party goes back to the national party chairman, on the leader of the party. So that statement shouldn't even have come from me, especially in a time that we feel and the reality is that the party has been so much disintegrated. Say, and who and him as a leader, our dear core, let's say so you couldn't go patono. I think this thing shouldn't have come from him. My first point on this thank you to American husband said the name thank you to no, and when he has a comment thank you to. As I can apology to. Okay. I say a chopper because thank you, no. You may say I was between Yemi and Tihan in the Pekabantino. Omoko about say Omoko thank you to no. A chopper and then I said in the doors room. A chop on the doors and say then pass it. Because you had a vote of about 6.7 million MR from 2020 as party national executives, any regional and reform saying executives. Esha Musa say a bino abakunyaso. Ya 12 baby, ya winning election. You crow 137 seats. Ya winning election was almost about 6.something million. Ya the Ashamunsa says this be when you be a more say a monochrono. What about also? In the history of this nation, a first-time president you are about to say. Maybe I'm not saying Dr. Baumia a first-timer in Germany, but I also want to tell those people say Dr. Baumia is the most advertised politician in this nation. From 1992, you're a politician, you're born who do you're showcasing so much in this nation. Is Dr. Baumia, and not because I'm sitting on the two. That is the fact. He was appointed to be a running mate of Nana akufo-addo in 2008. From 2008 to 2024, how many years? 16 years. He was never changed as even when Nana went on 2 times co-lose. He was never changed. He was still kept. From that time, he has been a vice president. He has been one of the most popular vice presidents in this Fourth Republic. That is a fact. Yeah. And you know, the performance Dr. Baumia gave us in that elections, I will tell you that he has really failed us as a party. The National Executive Council has also failed us as a political party because you don't submit such a candidate to us. No one to me and where we combine losses between 2020 2024 is almost about 2.2 million because NDC for 1.7 million. Yanka say vote you're winning in 2020 difference that of NDC near 500,000. And you see that you're voting of 500,000. As I will see 1.7 million to NDC. We lost 2.2 million votes. na sabio uyo obi a dey adwuma hye on sa oboka akaya you will not even venture and dare to represent the people again ezenkani manimu ya no national executive they should resign now on the thank you tour no yes yakọ Professor Makukwe committee or Makofa the reasons why we lost this election, which I think say na ehun say be institute that no because obi an ani da ho party mu bia no sebi you he knows the reason why we lost this election. Proud to say about Tuaban, we were sitting here, we were saying some of these things. What Dr. Babia is saying today, and some you we are back in Agyapong. I can even proud to election say GDP program now more you live you know it is going to take us to opposition, and this is the time Dr. Babia he was the head of the economic agency. It's no names I want to over that time. The issues on betting tax, levy or the mayor campaign. Let me say, what was his role as the head of the economic agency? Yeah, this money in what was he say about that? And we have seen under this whole thing that people are trying to project themselves, whilst other people are calling for peace. And some are able to say levy, betting tax, the arrogance of power near the where was the he's the one mentioning it, and I can tell you with that I can tell you with that doubt say near my Dr. Bomi Bosono they are the content of the report. Sansi Dr. Bomi Bosono saying last 2 weeks they would have the national would have called you. But this is the time we are saying some of these things. Or for general said some of these things, no matter how you say it, and that is the reality. Okay. Almost say the party membership, no, I abandoned party, no. Let me say, what was the party doing to its members? When we had power, we had issues. Party chairman for national executive issues, but Monko constituency, you never did any of these things. Now, strong words, what was the attitude? Okay. Prior to elections, NDC could spend, MPP could spend 21 days, 3 weeks. Kumasi, someone in the party here would have spent that number of days in Kumasi. We realized that. 2023 afeno no kutwa ahomom se okwakoye so amitechi sebi nipa na omonenam kumasa no ye de crazy no go madwene ho you were around this area doing development na mutwa na moye be say aban bia baso on developing the strongholds kwakwan amko you go other places when you have left your stronghold the kwan wasem na ko ka kire na na de dankwa say antwa forces mo amye mo kwan amon to aba o ka kire mo plane. Some about 2 months to me and family home. Now because I said we now losing election. Now we say you career the great year you losing election. All right. What about buying so for 8 years? Nipa the ministers. One to me and your for that group. Yeah. I think that they will correct looking at they will correct all the mistakes. The so far they are saying this, they will be correct. All these issues, they needed to be corrected. But now it is you can't come. It those people that led us to this heavy defeat, and I see people now putting themselves as delegates, some you may bomb pious proud to see a better about East and we should revise the way to about party. Not delegates, some of these people don't make mistakes to represent them. Sabi chairman or to any other people who compared to other chairman for your MPP more. I will tell you that this is one of the weakest executives we have had in the party. Everybody will just want to be recognized. And the best party for okay. In Kabum here, back in Japan, what we know is say, and son when we go to the primaries. Me, I'm not sitting here to tell you that Japan is the next flag bearer. I am telling you, say on the 9th of December 2028, he will be declared as the president of this nation. Let's see what the delegate to do. I flag bearer may say unless 2028. Yes, me come to challenge the mama say, I suffer for the come. Someone for believe it. You are a month for what MPP party must often show. Do you know where this is going to turn? All right, okay. All these powers lies in the hands of the delegates. Yeah. Let's hope and pray because we know about to to be. To be. Okay, I take one okay. All right. Good morning, Owahine. This is a very strong word of advice. Tell your co-host to be very careful in his hometown. If he gets enemies as a result of galamsey, he is not the president. He should keep mute to preserve his life. Papa made us say, Mr. Francis, with this one, and I say, Papa, happy birthday, Biwaha, as a Elekem, Akanhobia, or say happy birthday to
Benedicta Mensah. Happy birthday to Benedicta Mensah. Or say more blessings and good health. Benedicta Mensah. This is coming from Elikem. Elikem Bobo Group. Elikem, one of our staffs are Ewaha and also another Dahono. Edbesia, I mean not the entire production team in Nase. Yami had mentioned any general manager bidding Komoha or the Aprobonachi. Na ya twaso Shadrack Medase.
Okay,
we need one and Fibusiako up next a national agenda. It's Tuesday. Remember, I say Yawada holiday, minimum holiday crow, almost holiday. And Tinina account be national. Yami Aduna Dumia, Ibishia, and Dachina. Good morning.